Brandy had that
No,
crap?
no, but I mean, like, okay, but like Amy Locane from Melrose Place, she's somebody who she's hit someone. Like, that doesn't go away. When you kill someone with your car,
Former
that will
President
stay
Bush's
with
wife,
you, right,
Laura
forever.
Bush.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, let's not feel sorry for you. Let's feel sorry for the actual family. But still, Shannon doesn't realize, like, she says it. I don't feel the emotions in her words. Shame on you, Shannon. Get help and stay off the road with the car. She's not having a good year. Who is your number 4?
Jizzy Giselle Bryant, much like Crystal Minkoff. What do we know? What has happened to Jizzy in the past year? What do we know about her? What do we know about her wins? What do we know about her loses? I mean, I guess she's, was hanging out with that dude from whatever winter house, summer house. I don't watch any of those houses. I could care less.
He
However,
is just,
he is
oh,
hot and he's a good
oh.
chef. But she ought to make my best because she's a truly a magician as how she has survived on this show, and she's apparently beloved by Andy. I don't get it. I've never gotten it. And again, she obviously knew what was going on with Robin and Juan, and to not bring it up on the show is just, to me, it's like how you girls keep your jobs. I have no clue.
I have no clue. That's a good one. My number 4 is, she's already been on your list, Ramona Singer. She ain't having a good year. Again, you did this to yourself. I mean, first she's fired, then she's rehired. It really is over. She's 66. I predicted before, I'll say it again, in addition to Kim Zolciak, Ramona Singer will never be on, she'll never be on E! She'll never be on Bravo. She'll never be on any NBC affiliate. I know you're all booing because you love her so much. I'm just here to give you the facts. I don't have emotions. They were stripped of me when I was young and they haven't come back. This is a fact. Ramona Singer's done. In the NBC world, I would venture to say she's done on all of TV. She's fired by Douglas Elliman. I mean, that's like a real legitimate company. But you disagree? You think she's going to be back?
Look, Nick Cannon. Look at what Nick Cannon has said about Jewish people, and he's back. I mean, I don't think she's fired for life. Do I think? I did say a moment ago when she was on my list, I did say, like, I don't think we'll see her back on Housewives. I don't think we'll see her back unless Nick Cannon came out and did this whole apology grovel thing, blah, 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 right? Everybody does that. And then they're given another chance, which I'm not saying it's not sincere. Like, people make mistakes. They get heated in the moment. They hear things. Okay. But unless we hear some sort of, like, I've taken some time to reflect and I or maybe if she comes out and she sticks to her guns that she didn't say that, then she'll be on Fox News and Tucker Carlson show. I mean, I do think we could see her again for sure on television. Absolutely.
Really? I think the only
place. How many people say things and they're back?
Maybe. I think the number one place we're going to see her is Bethany Frankel's podcast any day now. I still believe that's going to happen. I do. I believe she's going to.
Ramona has huge fans. Yeah, they're not going to go anywhere.
She's my number 4. I cannot get her out of my mind for number 4. Who is your number 3?
Miss Yontef. How you could not have had this person on your official top 10 worst housewives of 2023, I have no idea.
We still have 3 left.
Robin Dixon.
Oh.
Mine is the Robin Dixon. How did you keep your job? I mean, and like, this is what you signed up for. And also, I mean, I didn't really appreciate how much, like Andy at BravoCon said, what happens when the women are not full disclosure while filming is that the audience ends up finding out and comes for them tenfold. And while it might seem like Robin capitalized by putting her story behind a paywall at first, that essentially Andy is like the audience always rights the wrong. And it's 10 times worse for the housewives overall than if they just shared their truth. And I just think she's lost so much credibility. And you know what I think is sad? In the end, I think her job is on the line after this season, after sticking around. And you know what else is sad? I was looking into this when I was doing my list. I don't even know if her hat company is still around. The last post on her hat company was like 2021. It's been a couple of years, or 2022. Yeah. And I mean, that had so much success. I love Robin. I know you and I, like, she's kind of a dream guest. Embellished.
Yeah, and I have nothing against her. It's just, you got to call these people out when they misbehave and they're just not
The last
right.
post was January 21 of 2022. And now when you go, when you go to her embellished shop, Instagram, there is no link to order.
This is suspicious. All right, so Robin's there for you.
Tell me yours.
I just listen. There's 2 times in this list where I'm gonna just my heart goes out. There's 3 left, and my heart goes out to 2 of these. I love this person. I absolutely, positively love this person. This is not a worst of like we hate you. It's just a like you're not having a good year. I gotta put it number 3. One of my favorite podcast guests that I've ever had the pleasure of having on this podcast. I am sorry, Brandy Glenville, you are not having a good year. You're not having a good year. I love her. If you want to know my top 10 guests of all times, Brandy is up there. I found her to be smarter than you all think. I think she's in on the joke. It doesn't matter. Like, to be off Bravo and need the money and be doing these little gigs like Celebrity Big Brother, and then to get invited back to the Traders, to get invited back to Real Housewife Girls Trip number 2, to get invited back to Girls Trip number 4. You had 3 gigs. That's like almost $1 million when you add it all up. It's at least probably $750,000. You need the money. You are broke. You are not rich. This was it. You were back. You were doing well. You were making good TV. I am not commenting on what happened. I'm not even saying I believe that she did all this to Caroline. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Brandy, you're like Ramona, in my opinion. She will never be back on NBC. Again, I have it from really good sources that Caroline is suing. She's trying to sue. I heard it's going to arbitration. I cannot prove that at the moment. It's public knowledge. Go and look it up. But this is why we're not seeing Girls Trip. We might never see Girls Trip. They're so cheap. We probably will see it. But regardless, it's in limbo now with a looming litigation. So from Manzo. So Brandy is like, it's just like, I'm not even blaming her. I know they probably stirred it up and tap, tap, tap and go do this. And it's funny. And that's your brand. But it's like, it's just sad that my heart breaks for her, but she's not having a good year. And like, now you're out. You were on such a comeback. She's not having a good year. I'm sorry, Brandy. I'm sorry. It's my heart breaks for her. I think she's I don't think Brandy has a mean, nasty. Also, now she has this health thing going on. She's just not having a good year. My heart breaks for you, Brandy, but you're number 3 on the worst list. I'm sorry, girl.